Today we're going to be going up in a lesson in a 1978 PA-18 Super Cup. We're just going to go up and practice some basic stick and rudder skills, climbing, descending, and straight level. And you and Dad are going to go out and have some fun flying. This is a classic or a tail dragger configuration. It's got a 180 horsepower line combing engine and has about 3.5 hours of range with 800 pounds of carrying capacity. The difference between the tail dragger and a tricycle gear configuration is just in the landing, the nose wheel versus the tail wheel. It makes things a little more interesting on landing, but nothing we can't handle today. Thanks, guys. Alright, so here we are climbing over Kamloops. We're currently just about to level off.
Fox is going to go across the button at 27, come in behind the 172 northbound.
Number Sierra Fox, roger.
We're just leveling off at 3,500 feet, and we're ready to do a little bit of a coordination maneuver here. So there's 85, we're going to trim it out. 85. Alright, Dad, how are you feeling?
Feeling good right now.
Alright, so first we're going to get you just to fly straight and level up the right hand side of the valley here. So whenever you're ready, you can take control. And I'll be your instrument, so I'll let you know if you're climbing or descending or what you're doing there. So right now we have 90 knots on the airspeed, we have 3,500 on the altimeter, and we're at about 2,300 RPM. So when you're flying straight and level, you're obviously having a look around for traffic. You're always trying to, because we're visual flight rules, you always want to have your eyes outside. And what you're doing is you're referencing your airspeed, which is your most important instrument.
Runway 27. Full stop.
Your altimeter, which tells you how high you are. Oil pressure and temperature, and your climb indicator is a good indication of whether you're going up and down. And we can show a picture of that on the video in a second here. So you're going about 200 feet a minute up right now. So just nose down just a tiny bit. I know it's very hard from the back seat to be able to see what you're doing.
And my horizon's high.
I'm just gonna make a radio call here.
Okay.
Any November Alpha clearing the zone to the north at 3,500 feet northbound.
Any November Alpha, roger.
So we're going to have another Super Cup join us today up in the sky. Hopefully that'll be on camera. Be nice to have one on the outside, but yeah, so you're nosing up just a tad, Dad. A little bit down. So you know you nose up when your airspeed starts to climb, or starts to decrease a little bit, because airspeed, when you point the nose up, it'll start decreasing as you go into a climb. Yeah, so that's probably good. We can start heading down.
Chemistry Charlie Echo backtracking, and we'll exit on 04 for the south side. Charlie Echo, roger.
Yeah, so what I'm going to get you to do now is maybe climb up to 4,000 feet. So we're going to do a 500-foot climb. And what you do when you set your, when you start climbing, you do your power, attitude, and then you trim it out into a climb.
The other cup traffic in sight.
Number Sierra Fox, roger.
increase your power. Set your attitude and let your speed bleed off to 70 miles per hour. Here, I'll scooch over for you. A little bit of turbulence in the mountains here. Yeah, so full power. And then you're bleeding, so right there. There we go.
Chemistry Charlie Inc. is clear 04, taxi to the south side.
There's Paul Lake over there.
At 2 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah, so now we're at 4,800 feet. So why don't we level off here? So you do your, again for the level off, you do your attitude.
India November Alpha.
India November Alpha. Go ahead.
Yeah, where are you headed?
We're just doing that little video here, so Davey's got the controls for a second.
Uh-oh. I'm down a little below you. I'm only, I'm just 3,500 now.
Roger, we're just at 5,000. I'll let you know when we're coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So we're still a bit of a climb here, so you do your attitude and then you bring it back. And we're right on the airspeed, but we're still climbing a little bit, you can see down there. So it's just all about feeling it out. You really want to monitor your airspeed, your rate of climb. Altimeter's kind of lastly with VFR, as long as we're below 3,000 feet, our cruising altitude doesn't really matter. Above ground level. Having a look out for Dan here. Hey, Dan, are you still just down over the river behind us there?
Yep.
I'll have a look out for you.
Yeah, I'm nowhere close to you. I can see you, but I'm not anywhere near you. I'd like to get, going up the North Thompson there side by side, and you can take some videos, okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll just finish up here. Got another couple minutes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's go into a descent. So with the descent, you want to set a little bit of mixture in because we're going down. And with the descent, you want to bring back the power first. Let that airspeed bleed off with a little bit of back pressure on the stick. And we can put maybe a little bit of carb heat on. It's not really a carb ice day, but I'll let it bleed off a little bit more, going into a bit of a dive. So yeah, just keep that altitude with some stick there. Keep some back pressure on it. Let it bleed off to about 70. 70 is the best rate of the best glide speed. Best rate of climb and the best glide speed. So yeah, 70, 80, and then you let it just bleed off and you can bring the power right back. Yeah, so now we're stabilizing at 500 feet a minute, rate of descent, descending through 4,500 feet. So if you have an engine failure, where would you go from your back seat?
To the left.
To the left, that nice big field right there.
Yeah,
yeah.
the green.
The green one?
The dark green has the angle of the furrows on that brownie one. One on the other side of the highway.
Oh, the dark green one on the other side?
Green.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big irrigation line right across the middle of that one, though.
Yep.
So maybe the brown one on the other side of it? Green's kind of sketchy, but Yeah, so now we're going 1,000 feet down. So why don't we try and level off here? So with that, you want to increase the power first, catch the rate of descent with rudder.
Elevator, you mean?
Yeah. With elevator, with back pressure on the stick, and then you level off. Yeah, awesome. So why don't we try that one more time? Let's do a bit of a climb. So power, attitude, trim. You're doing it nice and coordinated. Yeah, so when you get beyond the beginner stages, you can start doing everything simultaneously as long as you keep an eye on your airspeed. And then set it to 70.
Gonna level off now?
Sure, yeah, you can do a level off if you want. Yeah, nice. Nice area behind here.
What are you indicating for speed there, Corbin?
I'm at 90 miles an hour right now.
Indicated airspeed?
Roger.
Okay.
What does your Cub cruise at usually?
Well, I'm showing about 87 miles an hour right now, but I haven't really got it. I'm running about 2350. If I speed it up, it'll catch up.
Yeah, we're at about 2352 going 90, about 95, so
Yeah.
we'll bring her back a bit. Yeah, so let's try one of those, that little coordination maneuver. So anytime you put in a little bit of aileron with the left, you want to fix that with the right rudder. So the idea is to be swooping it back and forth with the cockpit and cab underneath the wings the whole time. So you add a little bit of right, and then immediately that, you're kind of keeping it straight with rudder. And then as soon as you start putting pressure on the other side...
Valley up here.
Say again, Dan?
I say this is a pretty valley. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful up here, isn't it?
That lake off to your left has got about 6-pound trout in it.
Be awesome for a float plane in there.
Yeah, I've been in there with a float plane.
Yeah. And then right as you switch, you're doing a bit of right rudder. And then the other way. Like as soon as you start putting that pressure on it.
You got control?
Sure. I have control. Let's go try and find Dan here. Alright, Dan, I'm back in control here. Whereabouts are you?
I'm behind you about a mile.
Alright, I'll let you keep eyes on me, then we'll go down to the valley here.
Yeah, okay. If you just slow it down a little bit and give me time to catch up to you, then we can fly side by side and get some pictures.
Awesome.
Nice places in here.
Yeah, he was talking about that little lake behind us with a bunch of trout, eh? I'll stick to the east side.
Okay.
So when you're going through turbulence, a really good thing to do is try and handle it with rudder instead of aileron, because when you start dipping the ailerons, one wing's creating more lift than the other, and you can get into a bit of a stall kind of thing. So with the rudder, you're just keeping the wings up with the rudder.
Oh yeah.
And it just counteracts that turbulence a little bit better.
What's our airspeed?
We're at 85. I'm just bringing her back a bit.
At 5 miles an hour differential with and it takes some time to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's juicing it a bit too.
If we backed off, we would save fuel there.
Yeah.
Nice to come down by canoe down the North Thompson from Bad River.
Yeah.
Down to just a drift, but that's
The North Thompson, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty flight. There's lots of mills and stuff like that around, but
waterfall off to the right there. Fuck.
oh wow, look at that, eh? That's a beautiful little waterfall. That'd be a cool hike.
On my camera, you know. Words, I got my camera.
You got it? You forgot it, or you
No.
have it?
I have it. The aircraft.
Nice.
What altitude you at?
Just gonna level off at 2,500 here.
3.5 did you say, or 2.5?
2.5.
Okay. Got the gravel bars that are still not friendly enough to touch and go on, coming back?
I don't know, you tell me.
No, they look good. I want to go on my way back. I'm going to try a couple of them.
Alright, we'll see how she goes.
Okay.
He's gonna bird dog us down.
Must be coming up our left, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I told him we're gonna stick on the east side.
You just going to stay on that heading, or you're going to go around the corner?
Around the corner, I'll just follow the east side of the valley up here.
Okay.
Line across the river down there.